Afternoon all, let's pray. Father in the heavens, we thank you for this afternoon and thank you for this wonderful gathering. As we start on these deliberations of this induction of the President Fellows, we pray for your guidance and protection, and we pray for your wisdom for everything that you are going to discuss. May you guide us and lead us. Towards the end of this meeting, we shall give you all the glory and honor. This is our humble prayer in the name of the Lord.
So thank you very much, Willis. Thank you very much, Willis, for the opening prayer. We always say that the Word of God, those who believe in the Word of God is like a strong tower. The Russians will always run to it, and they are safe. So I would like to call upon also Nasra, who is the program officer, just to briefly welcome us to this particular session. This particular lady has done amazing work. She's the success behind this particular program. So I'd just like you to just say hi and also welcome the team as I call upon Mike to ensure that the video is already queued that talks about the President Fellowship. So thank you very much. So from NASA, then you'll be able to hand it over to me, and then we'll also now we'll call upon Mike to play the video. So Nasra, you're welcome. Nasra, if you can hear me. Nasra, you can hear me. So maybe Jafet, you can just come in for Nasra to just briefly mention about the Global Peace and the President Fellowship Program. Just a few remarks in 1 minute. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Jafet Oda is my name, with the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, in charge of environment. I'm glad to join this call, and allow me to begin off by just expressing great congratulations to the team that has come in as the 5th cohort. I also want to commend already the work that has been done by Nasra on the same. I would like to utilize the opportunity just to encourage that as they get in, I think it's an opportunity also to tap onto the experience of the previous 4 cohorts of the fellows, so that they can learn, they can share, they can use the opportunity to explore other areas of interest that can enhance already what they are doing. I think the platform is more of showcasing the very talented and multi-effect young people are doing across board, that gives them an
Kindly,
opportunity.
Mr. Ouda, if you can hear us, you are breaking. We can't get you clearly. Maybe it's because of the network or something.
Yeah, I think we can hear Ouda very well. Maybe it's from your end. Ouda, you can proceed. We can hear Mr. Ouda quite clearly. Thank you.
Thank you for that. As I said again, I'm commending the 5th cohort and also appreciating the previous 4 that are already been able to pass through this process, just to encourage that as they come in, they have an opportunity to learn from the previous 4 cohorts and just accelerate onto what they are doing. I think we are in agreement that this is a platform that Global Peace has been able to come up with, and there's a lot of experience that are already coming in from the young people who are doing quite a number of amazing things within their counties, spread across the 47 counties. So I want to say really it's a good opportunity that again we can use to just expand the network and use the same platforms to explore avenues on accelerating already the big agenda that Global Peace is promoting on establishing a conducive environment that we can all be in peace and tranquility, and just allow us to do our things within our spaces comfortably. So I think that is the basis that we are gathering here, also to share from the expert of the experience of a number of our speakers today, who also come in just to give in their input within their areas of expertise that young people can learn from and actually use the opportunity to make themselves better off in terms of looking at how we can all add value to the cause of making this nation a great nation that we'd all want to be in. I think that will be a good start for me. Ayako, thank you for the opportunity. God bless.
Yeah, thank you very much, Japhet. Well articulated. I just want to concur with you that this particular program is geared towards raising moral and innovative leaders. So we say that the President Fellowship Program is geared towards creating a new crop of leaders who are able to live for the greater good. We are in dire need of leaders who are able to rally together, identify the problem, and help the community address those particular problems. We always say, we the people know our problems and we have the solution. And we focus towards participatory development approaches towards addressing these particular challenges. So the President Fellowship Program. So why the President Fellowship Program? We want to develop a young people who are socially responsible, emotionally strong, and economically viable. We believe that the challenges that we are facing as a country cannot only be solved by our president, they cannot only be solved by our leaders, but it requires a collective responsibility where each and every one of us are able to play their part. We always say that we believe as Global Peace Foundation through this program, we want to create a crop of leaders who are able to live for the greater good, leaders who are able to live for the sake of others. In this particular program, we believe that it can be done. We only need to play our part. And we say that great leaders do small things in a great way. So in this particular program, we are creating change makers, young people who believe, young people who are patriotic, young people who have a sense of purpose, and young people who are driven by values, character, and that need for living for the sake of others. So as the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we are an international NGO in 25 countries in the globe. In Africa, we are in 4 countries, namely Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and also Uganda. We are in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Nigeria. We promote value-driven peace building. We believe that peace begins with the family. When the family is peaceful, it means that the society will be peaceful. It means that the nation will be peaceful and eventually the world. We believe that peace is the cornerstone for all kind of development. So at the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we have a number of flagship projects that we run. Number one of them is education. We use education as a tool for peace building. As Nelson Mandela once said, that education is the greatest weapon that we can be able to change the world. We also focus on issues to do with environment and climate action. And this is where our patron, Dr. Manu Chandaria, we promote the model of the Chandaria tree nurseries, where we support schools to establish tree nurseries of 50,000 capacity, and they're able to harvest or offtake 100,000 in a year. So this complements the national government strategy and our president's strategy of planting and growing 15 billion trees by 2032. So currently we've done over 15 tree nurseries in 11 counties, and we really want to thank our patron, Dr. Manu Chandaria, for making this possible in partnership with the young leaders and the President Fellows. We also run the Youth Development Program, which is now helping us today. The reason why we are here today, we celebrate our young people because we believe the future is green and the future is young people. And we can never progress if we leave our young generation behind. So apart from that, we also run an initiative called the PVE, Prevention of Youth Radicalization and Violent Extremism. Here we sensitize these institution of higher learning, students in the institution of higher learning, both primary, secondary, college, and universities, and we train them on prevention of youth radicalization and violent extremism by addressing their sense of purpose, the need for patriotism, and also addressing the driving factors, the drivers to youth radicalization and violent extremism. So we run the education program, the peace building program, which is value driven. We run the environment program and also youth development program. So at this particular point, I would like to call upon Mike Gitao to play for us the video of the the President Fellowship program, just giving us a brief overview and impact of this particular program. Mike, to you. Thank you so much.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to spark real change? Not just talk about it, but actually do it, right here in Kenya? Let me introduce you to the President's Fellowship 2025. This isn't just another mentorship program, this is a movement. Imagine a space where young leaders like you learn the art of values-based leadership, where integrity, service, and collaboration aren't just words, but lived every single day. Here, you don't just sit in workshops. You roll up your sleeves and get things done, serving your community, leading real projects, making an impact people can see and feel. And just when you think it can't get better, it does. Thanks to the generosity of Dr. Manu Chandaria, this year marks a bold new chapter, the President's Fellowship and Chandaria Awards 2025. This means more resources, more recognition, and more opportunities for you to shine, to be the leader who stands out for all the right reasons. Because Kenya doesn't just need leaders. Kenya needs leaders who care, leaders who serve, leaders who inspire. So if you believe in a Kenya where young people don't wait for change, but make it, this fellowship is calling your name. Step up, step in, be part of the generation that transforms Kenya, one community at a time. Ready to lead? The journey starts now.
My name is Nasri Hassan, Program Assistant, Youth Program. Under the youth program, we have the President Fellowship and Chandaria Awards, aims at empowering young leaders. Over the 4 cohorts, we have mentored over 400 youth, and last year we had our graduation at Daystar University, where we awarded the 8 top fellows who excelled in their communities.
Africa is the youngest continent in the world, with more than 70% of young people below the age of 35. This is the reason why the Global Peace Foundation in Kenya has taken youth empowerment and youth mentorship as one of its most important missions in this country. We have seen that many countries, have been complaining about the youth bulge. However, at the Global Peace Foundation, we believe that the youth are a very important human resource, a resource that can be used to power, the African Renaissance and to power the African economy. This is one of the reasons why, as part of this youth program, we established the President's Fellowship as a program that we use as a vehicle to inspire the next generation of African leaders. We started this program in the year 2021, and since then we have been nurturing more than 100 accountable leaders from each and every county of this country, to be the best at what they do. These leaders have demonstrated, that they have the wherewithal, to become leaders, not just for tomorrow, but today. So on behalf of the Global Peace Foundation, I really want to congratulate all the cohorts that started with us in 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. And last year, every year we have been, releasing more than 100, fellows, and most of them are doing wonderful things. Most of them are excelling in various ways, be it politics, business, academia, literary arts, name it, peace building, environment. So I can only say that we are proud of the fellows that we've been able to raise. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome the 5th cohort of the President's Fellowship. This year, we will be incorporating the Chandaria Awards. You know, the Chandaria Award, which was announced last year, will be given, you know, to 2 fellows who have demonstrated excellence during the fellowship period. So this award is actually sponsored by Dr. Manu Chandaria, and we'll be giving out not just flags and certificates, but also cash awards, which will be announced by Dr. Chandaria, just to encourage the fellows, you know, to do their best, you know, so that they can become, they can come out on top. And those who come out on top will go away with the 2025 Chandaria Awards at the President's Fellowship. So once more, congratulations, and we look forward to a successful 2025 cohort of the President's Fellowship.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you for the presentation, and also thank you for our vision carrier, Daniel Juma, for ensuring that this particular program meet the set goals and objectives. So to our next phase, I would like to us to showcase some of the best practices that we've been able to achieve so far in this particular program. And in this phase, we already have 3 success stories from Ambassador Phyllis Wanja, the founder, Afya Akili, a mental health champion. We'll also call upon Jacqueline Seleyan, OGW, founder, a Pack a Month, CBO, and also Salwa Mohammed, Helping Hands, the founder, Helping Hands, and who was part of Cohort 3. So I'd like to call upon Ambassador Phyllis to just showcase some of the impact that we've been able to achieve as a result of engaging in the program. So, Ambassador, karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Vincent. I'm waiting for the screen sharing. Thank you. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Global Peace Foundation and the Chandaria Foundation, for everything that you've been doing, inspiring young people. As the moderator has shared, my name is Ambassador Phyllis Wanja, Cohort 1, the President's Fellowship, and I'll just briefly share with you the impact that the fellowship has had in my career, on my career and my personal life, as we take through this, as I take you through the slides. So my company is called Afya Akili, and we'll take you through the first slide. Yes, thank you. So you can go to the second slide. Yes, my name is Ambassador Phyllis Wanja. I am a pencil artist, as you can see there, and also a cartoonist and an innovator. Why am I an innovator? I'm the founder and the CEO of Afya Akili, which is a social enterprise that uses art as therapy and a suicide prevention tool among the youth here in Kenya and also beyond. I am also the Global Peace Country Ambassador for mental health for this country, Kenya. It's something I'm really grateful for after the first cohort, that is 2021. A great impact that changed my life, with also getting opportunities not only here in my country, but also beyond Kenya. So something else about kindly go to the first slide. Yes, from the fellowship, we learned a lot. There's a lot that we learned. I joined the fellowship in 2021 for the program, and there's so many things that we learned during the process. Like we were really emphasized on community development, just as the video has shown, and a lot of emphasis on integrity as a leader, and it has really impacted the way I look at life as a leader. It has also made me realize that it's not just about holding titles, it's not just about myself, but about about my team, about the community. Is the impact I'm having important to the community, or is it just an agenda I'm trying to push? So we can go to the second slide. So from when I graduated, that is 2021, I've been able to improve my company, that is Afiakili. I've been able to become really intentional with my agenda on matters, pushing through the solutions as an entrepreneur to help that one person whom I'm targeting. So for me, being a mental health advocate, I've been able to break down and focus on the niche that is depression and suicidal thoughts. Anyone struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts. And I can say that from the team, the Global Peace Foundation team and the Chandaria team, we have people who have really been there to push us, to help us sharpen our focus. And as you can see from this entire slide, the impact that has come from what we've been able to do. Like we have our campaign, which is called To Emotional Mask, where we use art to make people reach out. People who are struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts, they're able to reach out to us, and we're able to link them to professional mental health service leaders, experts, and they're able to get the help that they need. You know, something that is really interesting with the fellowship is that for me, I value relationships where I can easily ask a question and I can get answers without feeling judged. And this is coming from a point of experience. Being an entrepreneur, there's so many times we feel lost. But from the networks I've been able to acquire, the slide you're actually seeing right here has been it has been a collective effort of so many people guiding me and my team, not only just from my family, but also from the fellowship, people I have met in the fellowship, like the story of Dr. Manu Chandaria, how he has built his conglomerate, from Mr. Daniel Juma, how he's been helping me to really streamline my thoughts. So we can move to the next slide. So I will share with you briefly about the impact the fellowship has had both in my organization and also personally. So since my company was started in 2017, when I was in campus, third year, and I remember I met Dr. Manu Chandaria and Mr. Daniel Juma in a forum, an entrepreneurial forum at USIU. And that is when I said yes to following that path. Mark you, I have studied entrepreneurship as a degree at Moi University. So I was a bit hesitant with what I wanted to do. Should I really say yes to this call of saying I'm going towards this direction of entrepreneurship and innovation? That day I met Dr. Manu and Mr. Daniel Juma in 2016 at USIU, and in 2017 I started my company, which is running up to this moment. So as you can see, there's impact that has really come in from the program, from the courses I've been able to learn. Like currently we have a WhatsApp community which acts like a support group that has 290 members. Right now it has 291. And we also have impact where more than 200 people have sought mental health support. I can say it's a journey of growth, but knowing that I have somewhere I can fall back on and ask questions and not be afraid, the system is still being created. And also it has enabled me not to be afraid to seek partnerships. As you can see, during that time of the fellowship, I was able to be in other forums where I partnered with a company called Click that is in Singapore, a tech company. And that company, together with that company, we've been able to do much. What I'm really trying to say is, you know, sometimes you just need that push. You just need that person to tell you, please step on this stone or use that path, and it will lead you to the goal that you want to achieve. On my personal side, when I was during that process, the 2021 time, I was able to apply for the Tony Elumelu Foundation Award. That is in 2021, where we are able to be granted grants for our work. You know, you go there and you write in your application, I'm in this fellowship, I'm learning about this, I'm learning about integrity, I'm learning about leadership and community development. And through that, I was able to awarded $500,000 for my work, just because of the impact I'm getting on this other side. And last year, when I got the award, the Chandaria Award in 2024, that was in December, I was able to go with this award to my interview. I was applying for the Mandela Washington program, and I went with this. You know, I had printed some images of this award that I recently got this award for the work I'm doing, and by God's grace, I was able to be selected to be participating for the Mandela Washington Fellowship in the United States of America from this June, and also the president's professional development experience, where I will be working in a company in the United States for 1 month and come back in my country from July. Also, during the same time, January, with the same award, I was able to be appointed to be the youngest member of the advisory council for a consortium here in Africa. So I'm able to spearhead stigma and public awareness, not only in my country, but in every country in this continent. I'm able to access information about mental health here in this continent. So basically, what I'm trying to say, it is not just about myself, but the impact that it has done. It has been here in my life, and also in the team that I'm working with, and the fellows that I have been working with too. So as I come to conclude on this, there's so many things that I have learned. I've learned about teamwork. Teamwork is very important. When you're given assignments, please do them. Work with your team. When your team wins, you also win. Number 2, humility. I've learned about being humble, that I don't know everything. Many people know so much. So you are able to move back, just step back and allow people to teach you. The power of technology. Let's use technology for the right purposes. We have collaborations and partnerships. For me, I see GPF and the Chandaria Award as my partners, and I am of value. It's not just about them giving me, but it's also about me giving them, like the Chandaria seedling nursery trees. See, the whole agenda, the whole process. What am I supposed to do to work with them? It's not just about taking, but also about giving. I've learned about resilience. I've learned about focus, and also focusing on sustainability, because I'm truly inspired. If Dr. Manu has built a company that has lasted all these years, who says that it cannot be done? It's proof enough that it is possible, and I'm grateful for that. So let's move to the next slide, please. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, as Michael moves to the next slide, all I can say is that there are so many challenges that come with maybe you attending a program. Maybe you're struggling with bundles, or maybe you're struggling with time. But one thing I'll share with you, it is only you who will achieve the goals you have in your heart. God gave you that desire. Your parents won't achieve that goal for you. It is upon you to show up. Show up all the time. Show up and give your whole heart. Like for me, the challenges I faced during my first cohort, so many of them, but I was able to maneuver, not because of my strength alone, but I was also looking at, I really need to achieve this goal. Why am I not showing up? So show up every single time. If you're having a struggle, let them know, and always work with a team. If you're having a team, share your problems with them, and together you're going to succeed and finish the whole fellowship. Let's go to the last slide. So for now, all I can say, thank you very much, GPF and the Chandaria Award. All I can really ask each one of you is to really take up this cross and move with it. Nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. But because you truly know where you're going, you know the impact you want to have in your society and your community, why not give yourself a shot? Allow people to teach you. And one thing that truly inspires me is that I know I'm a child of God. I am not in despair about anything. I have a team that I can run to when I'm having troubles. And I'm also valuable. Like for now, the Mandela Washington is something that came and I had applied 7 times. This was my 8th time, and I went with this award. I went with images of this award. I'm like, I had people recognizing my work, so I'm here to give value. So do not be in despair. And if you have any question, reach out to the team. I don't think I have anything else to say. If you want to reach us, we have on every social media platform, it is Afyakili. Thank you.
Wow, well done, well done, well done, Ambassador Phyllis Wanja. We celebrate you, and I'm so succeeding to join the Mandela with many young people that yes, they can. The aspect of you getting professional working experience in this particular program is amazing. Keywords, the aspect of showing up. We need to show up wherever there is an opportunity. Always let's give our best. The aspect of teamwork. She talks of teamwork. She talks of humility. She also talks about focus, resilience, and also the bit of having mentors in your life who are able to work with you to navigate the challenges that you are encountering. So thank you so much. We celebrate you and your inspiration to many young people. So the next presenter I would like to call upon Jacqueline Seleyan, OGW, founder, APAC.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so much. My name is Jacqueline Saleyan, aka Jackie Wapads, and I'm a proud alumna of this transformative program. Before I continue, I need to say I'm a graduate of Daystar University in Public Relations, Kenya School of Government, and also Yali alumni. The President Fellowship Program was a very defining chapter in my life, and it came as an opportunity that was shared by a former alumna. So it has become a mission for me to keep sharing to other people to be able to apply for the same so that they are able to get what I have been able to get. It has helped me see that leadership is not about titles, it's not about position, it's about service and vision so that we are able to tackle the issues that matter the most to us. And that for me has always been menstrual hygiene. The reason why I started Apaka Month, a social enterprise in Kajiado, which is dedicated to empowering adolescent girls and young women by addressing menstrual hygiene issues. The goal is to end sex for pads, create informed societies that promotes, protect, and amplifies human rights and sexual reproductive health rights with a vision to eradicate transactional sex. Next slide, please. Our main thematic areas at Apaka Month is to offer free menstrual hygiene products and menstrual hygiene education, community advocacy, which comes into the changing the mentality regards menstrual hygiene and its stigma, economic empowerment, where we help the adolescent girls and young women through the culture of beading, redeem beads and bead ornaments that they make for pads, adolescent mothers and babies support, which is a rescue program by Apaka Month, where we take in mothers who were married off as a result of poverty, perhaps for their husband to provide the sanitary towels, or those who were defiled or lured to sexual activity so that they can get access to pads. And we take these mothers, reintegrate them back to school. And right now we have the only youth-led adolescent mothers, babies free daycare, and also climate change mitigation. Menstrual hygiene involves the use of sanitary towels, and most of them are made from synthetic material. And we try to encourage our users and our beneficiaries to be able to do proper disposal, as well as ensure that we are part and parcel of helping the community, given that it is water that we use as girls when we are on our periods, either to shower or to clean our reusable pads. So we are part and parcel of climate change mitigation because water is very important to us. I looked at the menstrual health and hygiene gaps for girls in Kenya, which was one, limited access to menstrual hygiene products, inadequate sanitation facilities in schools. As you can see, this is one of the schools, and that is their one and only toilet. So in as much as we are working to solve the problems, we cannot ignore the gaps that are there. With now menstrual hygiene related stigma and absenteeism in schools, with 60% of girls missing school, and also insufficient education on menstrual health, which leaves many girls uninformed. And therefore, we are working to integrate comprehensive menstrual health education into schools. Our challenges, and I began with the challenges so that we can go to the trajectory and see the success. Lack of funding to explore sustainability activities, the surging number of beneficiaries, the disconnect between community, judicial, and enforcement systems, especially when it comes to defilement cases, competition from large organizations when applying for grants, climate change, short-term and long-term effects, especially for menstrual hygiene beneficiaries, and resultant effects of lack of menstrual hygiene products like child pregnancies from sexual exploitation for pads. Our best practices is belief in God. Trust you me, and as Ambassador Phyllis has rightfully said, you cannot do it with your physical strength. Then the multi-stakeholder approach. We have stakeholders who help us through, like the Ministry of Interior and Administration, the Ministry of Education, which was made smooth by being part of this fellowship. WASH climate change mitigation, where we combine part distribution with climate and hygiene education sessions. And we seek to teach the community to be independent of help so that the community is not entirely on donor dependency. Next slide, please. Our lessons learned while in the fellowship and even after is to trust in God in the vision that He gives you. We are a Christian organization, and part and parcel of what we do is to just walk with God in the vision. So we started with what we have. Isaiah Pack a Month started from our WhatsApp group. Right now, we are 6 years on, and we are going on. Be open for partnerships. You cannot do everything on your own. And listening is better than talking. There are times where we've had to shut up and just listen and take in, especially from our mentor persons and mentor organizations. Have a learning, flexible spirit. And this came in through the COVID-19 and the various changes that have happened, including the most recent one this year, where the USAID aid was stopped temporarily. We are hoping that gets so very soon. Consider sustainability. Let the solutions not be short-term, but rather long-term, and also have a succession plan. If Jacqueline is not there today, if the directors are not there today, what would happen to a Pack a Month and their beneficiaries? So it's important. And we have learned that from our patron, Dr. Manu. We can see how his company has grown, and there's a succession plan. Despite all those challenges, we have achieved results. And the one result I'm really proud of, and I was part of the contributing team, was the 2024 Sanitary Towels Bill. We have so far also distributed 51,400 sanitary towels. We have had 252 menstrual hygiene sessions, 600 community members that have been trained in community advocacy through our dialogues. We also have 40 adolescent mothers rescued and reintegrated back to school with their children benefiting from the adolescent mothers' free daycare. We have also planted 4,200 trees for climate change mitigation, and we have held 5 years of adolescent girls and young women soccer tournaments, of which the previous tournament, which was in December, the Chandaria Award Fund was what we used to facilitate that. Apart from the Chandaria Awards, my other awards, in a nutshell, because there are many, is Order of the Grand Warrior of Kenya, which was bestowed to me last year, December 12th, 2024. I was the third runner-up of the Utumishi Bora Awards. Trailblazer Award, which was given to me by His Excellency, the President, William Ruto, which recognized my efforts in supporting girls and women's economic inclusion in Kajiado West and North. I was also awarded as a top 50 African women in development by Donors for Africa. I'm the Kajiado County Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Champion. I'm Yali Cohort 53 Best Design Challenge. I'm Kajiado Kajiado County Peace Champion, and many, many others. As I finish, I would like to say that the fellowship gave me the tools to network, and most importantly, the belief that my voice could drive change. The Chandaria Award helped me to scale my advocacy, reaching more schools, training more girls, creating conversations in communities where menstrual hygiene has been long a taboo. So today I stand here for the team that is joining this cohort, not to speak, but to pass on a torch to you. Remember that each of you is stepping into a program that can transform your path just as it transformed mine. Your voice is valid and your leadership is needed. I wish you all the best and feel free to reach out to us as alumni. We are there to hold your hands. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. That is where we clap. We can kindly let's click on that reaction where we clap for Jacqueline Lesayan, OGW. So Jacqueline, we really, really celebrate you. Your success is very inspiring. I can just mention some, but a few, the one that you've highlighted. Order of the Grand Warrior of Kenya, congratulations. Utumishi Bora Awards, congratulations. The Trailblazer Awards, Top 50 Africa Women in Development, and Yali Cohort 53 participants. We really, really celebrate you. So let's clap. I can see participants are clicking that reaction. So even though we are embracing technology, we can still appreciate Jacqueline. Jacqueline, we really, really celebrate you. Hata mimi huwa natamani kupata hii OGW. I'll come to you for secret. But the secret is just transforming the community, social action. So congratulations. They say great leaders do small things in a great way. It can be done. You only need to play your part like Jacqueline is playing her part. And these are some of the outcomes we celebrate in the President Fellowship Program. So our next participant and also our next person to highlight some of the successes and the impact they have achieved, we are going to invite Salwa Mohammed, founder, Helping Hands, Cohort 3. Karibu sana Salwa, and thank you, Jacqueline. Salwa, you are there? Maybe Salwa.
Yeah, sorry, I was
Yes.
struggling with the network. Hi, everybody.
Don't worry, it happens.
I hope I'm audible.
Good.
Hi, you're audible.
Yes, please. You can also
Thank
open your
you.
camera. Yeah.
Actually, I'm at work a little bit, not in a private place. So if it's possible, I can speak from, maybe I show my face kidogo and then go back to, is that okay?
No problem. No problem.
All right, thank you. That is me. I had to step out kidogo just so I can get few minutes to speak about this, and then I go back to the office. So guys, allow me to close my camera. And yeah. Hi, as I said, my name is Selwa Mohammed, co-founder Helping Hands. That used to be a community-based organization, which was born out of COVID lockdown. Actually, what I learned about COVID lockdown or COVID itself, or maybe the birth of Helping Hands out of COVID, is that you can create fortune out of unfortunate, like if there's unfortunate incident, you can create something positive out of it rather than just sitting there and be like, oh, now blame it on the government, blame it on whatever that is. There's something pandemic, there's flood, there's whatever. So yeah, we decided to come out and stand up for our community who are facing challenges during lockdown. Some lost their jobs, some lost their only source of incomes, businesses were closed down, nothing was moving. So apparently we sat down and decided to, before registering and before naming anything, we were just moving around helping families after families. And after about 6 months of successfully achieving what we've been doing, or maybe growing, and then the request kept growing, so we had to make it official and register and name it Helping Hands, because I think we couldn't come up with any other name. Helping Hands was self-explanatory, that we were just a group of young leaders who were trying to assist our community. Yeah, that was one thing about Helping Hands and how it began. Helping Hands is now about 5 years, or like hardly 5 years, yeah. And we've faced quite few challenges, but the opportunity for me to be selected as one of the President's Fellowship was such an honor and eye-opener, because I learned a lot of skills about community development, leadership, peacekeeping and peace building, and business management, and so many things that I learned in President Fellowship. I was in Cohort 3, 2023, year 2023, and I was honored to emerge as the best fellow in the entire coastal region of Kenya. And that's because it's not because I would say I was honored, yes, but it's because I was giving my best. I mean, like, I should appreciate first myself, God first, and then myself, and the leaders from Chandaria Awards or President Fellowship, Global Peace Kenya, right? So I couldn't bring a lot of slides or presentation because it was short notice. So what I'm talking about here is what I've achieved from President Fellowship, and my advice to new cohorts. To be fully present and intentional. Like, what you put in is what you get out with. Like, just be honest with yourself and be fully present. Like, do not do half work and expect to achieve much. All right. And then build genuine network and relationships with your fellow team members from this cohort and the previous ones also. And also, like, stay curious and ask questions. Do not be afraid to lead, even when like you feel uncomfortable. Vision for future, like you always put your visions ahead, like put your visions in front of you that this is what I want to achieve. Not just you as you, but you for the community, you giving back to the community, right? And to know that leadership is not about titles, it's about service and the courage to act, right? I think those are the few advices that I will give. And with Helping Hands, we have ongoing projects, and we have different projects that we've achieved, like housing projects, boreholes, renovating rundown schools, police stations. We've also partnered with schools for disabled kids, we say specially abled kids, right? Yeah, we also have goals like establishing a center that equips single mothers with widows and children, and also men with vocational skills like sewing, like carpentry, constructions, wiring, farming, etc. Yeah, so my other point will be like think beyond fellowship. Think beyond fellowship and continue being change makers in your spaces. You are chosen for a reason. You carry potential and purpose, right? And be the spark that lights up your community. The world is waiting for your impact. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. And allow me to rush back to the office because I have hundreds of calls coming in, and I'm so sorry that I didn't manage to prepare any presentations or like show anything that we have achieved. And also to quickly tap on the awards that I have received is apart from emerging the best fellow from Coast Region from Global Peace Foundation Kenya, I've also been awarded the award. I've also been the one who was given the certificate for award of honor in women in community in the entire Coast Region. Also, I have quite a few awards that I can't even mention right now. Also, 100 most influential Muslims in Kenya. That is Coast Region also. And I would love to venture into other parts of the country, not just stick to Coast. Yeah, I have to rush back. My head is not really settled, but I'll prepare something and come back to you soon. Yeah, that's all.
Wow, thank you very much, Salwa. And you can see once you're passionate in the community, you are always passionate about the community. So you can see she's responding to some of our achievement, and that inner drive is also telling her, I need to attend to those people who are waiting for me there. So Salwa, we really celebrate you, and we also acknowledge the award you got in most impactful young leaders, the award you got on women in community empowerment, and also the top 100 most influential Muslims in Kenya. So that shows you that you are doing amazing stuff and you're also fulfilling your purpose. Just a recap to what key highlights to young fellows. You talk about them showing up and being present where decisions are being made, where planning happens, and they need also to be involved at all levels in development. You talk about the need for character and value, because character and value can take you places where you can't imagine. You've also reminded the young fellows, the cohort 5 fellows, that we need to have a vision, beginning with the end in mind. What do we want to achieve? You've reminded them of the community service. So community service to humanity is service to God. You also reminded them that each and every one of them have a potential, they have a purpose, and let them be the light to light other cantons or to light the other youth that they engage with in the community. Now, to this end, I would like now to go to the next level. Let's celebrate Salwa Mohammed. Let's celebrate Salwa Mohammed. We celebrate you and we allow you to go and transform your nation, to go and build the nation. So thank you so much. So to the next level, I would like to invite our team leader, my mentor, and also the vision carrier of the Global Peace Foundation Kenya. I call him Bwana DJ, Daniel Juma. He's such a humble person, full of purpose, someone who believes in mentorship, someone when you come in looking for internship, he's never locked any door for any person. He believes to be the light of the world. And Daniel, we celebrate you. We, the young people, and we, the team from the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we celebrate you for holding our hands. Some of us, we are here, we are where we are because you, in one way or the other, you are able to touch our lives. So let's put our hands together and welcome Daniel Juma, the CEO, the country director, Global Peace Foundation Kenya. Karibu Bwana Daniel.
Thank you, Vincent. And thank you, Vincent, and thank you, everybody who was here. I want to thank Charlene Ruto for having found time to join us here today. I also want to thank the Vice Chancellor. Yes, I also want to thank. I want to thank the Vice Chancellors and most importantly, the fellows who are here joining us for the 5th cohort. And also we have the Chandaria Foundation here represented by Vincent and all the partners who are joining us here today. I will not say much because I already spoke at in that video that you saw. And mine is, again, just to emphasize that the most important responsibility of a leader is to develop other leaders. So the Global Peace Foundation has seen it fit to be able to use this program as a platform to raise the next generation of African leaders, Kenyan leaders. And so we hope that this cohort that is joining us here can be able to be inspired and can use this opportunity to become better persons. Show up tomorrow a better version of yourself than you did yesterday. So at this juncture, I really want to I want to take this opportunity to invite our guest speakers today, and I want to start by introducing Madam Charlene Ruto. Charlene Ruto, everybody knows Charlene Ruto. She's self-made. She's the first daughter, and she's a friend. What I like about Charlene is that she pushes herself to empower young people, and she's very, very humble. You'll find her with bees, you'll find her gumboots, doing farming. I mean, we're just mesmerized by the humility that we have here in the person of Charlene Ruto, and I really want to appreciate that you agreed at a very short notice to be able to join us here today. And also, we had requested Charlene Ruto to be an advisor to this cohort of these present fellows, and she gladly accepted to join us. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please join us. Join me in welcoming Madam Charlene Ruto.
I think I'm against the light.
Thank you.
Thank you, DJ. Now that I know your nickname, good afternoon, everybody. The young people, we have a culture at the Young People's Network International and AXAP where tunachemshianga when something is hot. So we're actually in a meeting with some amazing young people. Some have stepped out. This is Jermaine. And when we were requested to join this meeting, we said, yes, we'll stop our meeting, join this meeting and go back to our meeting. So thank you so much, each and every one of you. And thank you so much. I'm the one who requested that we don't start with speeches, but we start by hearing the success stories of the young people, because we have a culture where we don't believe in coming to talk to young people. I love how Jacqueline put it, that we should listen more than we talk, and that's how we learn. So we also came here just to listen, and there's so much amazing things we've learned from the young people who presented. I love that all of them were young women, And congratulations to all of you. And this is just a testament to the incoming cohort about what you can do. So for us, we are here to support, to love. I didn't prepare a formal speech, but I just wanted to leave you with one statement that is a resounding statement amongst us. We say that intention is not attendance. Attendance is not participation. Participation is not representation. Representation is not engagement. Engagement is not action, and action is not impact. So as you intended, you are now going to participate in this forum, you're going to attend it, so much is going to be poured into you, you're going to engage, to network, but remember that that you've done nothing until you've had impact. So I pray that it won't be just time to sit, time to engage, time to network, but at the end of it, the same impact that the three beautiful ladies have had, you will have also times 100. Thank you so much and wish you a good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlene, and let's give her, I don't know how you do it, the claps, ama tumchemshie vile nilikuwa nasikia wakifanya hivyo.
Nataka tuwafunze.
Yes, please.
Achemshiwe.
Thank you so much. So now I'll hand it over to Vincent to introduce the other speakers. Vincent, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Daniel Juma. Thank you very much. Charlene, we celebrate you. We are really inspired. What really touches my heart or melts my heart is how humble you are, how accessible you are. Despite the fact that you are the third-born daughter of His Excellency Ruto, when we call upon you, you show up. The other day you were in our office coming with the young people, the University Students Association from Kiambu, holding their hands, walking with them. And that is all leadership is all about. Humility, being there for the people. And we really, really celebrate you, Charlene, and we are also in support of what you do. So thank you so much. Tumwangushie tena, tumfanyie ile ya Moi. Moja, ra, mbili, tatu, ine, funga. For some of us who were born during that time, that appreciation was very captivating. I can call it, it's very sentimental. So allow me now to go to the next level and invite also one of our mentors from our patron's office. We want to call upon my namesake, Vincent Rapando from the Chandaria Foundation, to also give a word of encouragement to the new cohort 5. So Bwana Rapando, karibu sana. Tumkaribisheni kwa makofi. Naona virtual claps. Hapo. Bwana Rapando, karibu sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ayako. Thank you, the team. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, our friend Charlene, and the cohorts, the incoming cohort, and the three ladies who have presented. Received greetings from Dr. Manu Chandaria. I've been part of Global Peace Foundation. I was part of the founders of Global Peace Foundation in 2010. So I'm part and parcel of the Global Peace Organization, as much as Dr. Manu is the patron. On behalf of Chandaria Foundation, I think we are so proud of to hear the three stories from the three ladies. And I think Ayaka had mentioned this before, that it would be good to physically go to Kajiado just to see what the youth are doing on the ground. So we believe in just getting on the ground and see, and probably we can recommend what else can be done. But we are so proud of what's happening. One of the Chandaria Foundation signature program is the tree planting program that runs as a social enterprise. We have put up 16 tree nurseries now in 12 counties. The next tree nursery will be in Wareng. I'm happy to announce this, Charlene, that will be put in Wareng Second School. We just finished one, the 16th one, so it will be the 17th one. And this trainers runs like a social enterprise. So basically, the Chandaria Foundation program, we have tried as much as possible to run as a social enterprise because it becomes more sustainable. Another program that we have had a huge success is, I think we have the VCUSIU here. We were with the VC yesterday with the PS Correctional Service. And trying to see how USIU can work with the prisons, the correctional, the State Department for Correctional Service. So we are running a very successful program there. We began 3 years ago, put up a small workshop at Langata Prison, which we invested around 20 million. Through the success of that program, we'll be replicated in 7 other prisons. So 7 other prisons because of the success. I think for me and on behalf of the Chandaria Foundation and Dr. Manu Chandaria is to encourage all those incoming cohorts. You have you have heard from the best. You have heard from Charlene, you have heard from Daniel, you have heard from the 3 youth who are really on the ground and doing the real work on the ground. One speaker talked about roll up your sleeves, and this is what Dr. Manu talks about, the fire in the belly. Yeah, get it done. Whatever you are you decide to do, you'll achieve it as long as you put in the effort and commitment. As much as you know, Global Peace, it's a peace organization, but there's a nexus between peace and development, and that's why I encourage all of you to support whatever you are doing on the ground, and especially within where you live. Look at opportunities where you live, opportunities which are unique, innovative, and you'll be there to look at it and see which kind of seed capital can you be supported. We're also running a very interesting program with USIU. It's a design thinking program, and IACA wish to encourage all these youth who have gone through this as much as they do Mandela, they do Yali. If they can be able to join that design thinking program at USIU, I think it's a program that can be able to help them in terms of just ideation to see the next level, how they can be able to run their programs. So I think in a nutshell, that's what I can say. And to encourage you, I think we'll be coming back in November just to hear the new team, what we'll be doing to see. But however, in the process, Vincent Ayako, let's, where it's possible, let's go around and see what these youth are doing on the ground. I think from what I've heard, it's just very encouraging. And just to end, after listening to all the youth, I think there's one quote that I've just heard, that it's not just for you, but you for the community. I think that's a very profound quote. So you make sure that whatever you are doing is for serving others. So with that, I think just say congratulations and wish you all the best. Let's come back again the end of the year. We awarded 8 in the Chandaria. Last year we awarded 8 awardees, and each one of them we are giving them just a small token of 25,000 bob. And I'm glad to see the impact that this small amount of money has created. But let's go around and see whatever they're doing and see what else can be supported. Thank you, and wishing you all the best.
Wow. So thank you very much, Vincent Rapando. And please pass our regards to our patron, Dr. Manu Chandaria, and also our heartfelt appreciation for his support in this particular program, especially for the Cohort 4, which he was able to give a token of appreciation, which also helped to rebrand the program. So we celebrate him, and also we really acknowledge what he's doing. So a key highlight of what you've mentioned, you reminded the fellows that they need to also accept the power of mentorship, hearing from the best. You've also reminded them that they need to roll up their sleeves and be proactive, be the change in the community. My boss always says, when you see something wrong in the community, get annoyed and fix it. You be the fixer, be the person who provides the solution. You also talk about there are a lot of opportunities around. So how can we be able to look at the opportunities around us to be able to also support the community and also address the needs that we have as individuals. You've also talked about it's not just for you, but you for the community. That is a very, very humbling quote. So thank you so much, Vincent. We are also looking forward to engaging with you and seeing how best can we be able to support Cohort 5 as they come in. So let's appreciate. We've learned something from Charlene's team. Let's appreciate Mr. Rapando. Tumpigie makofi. Moja, mbili, tatu, funga, and then fungua. So we can also give virtual appreciation. I can see Dr. Yuya all the way from the US. We can acknowledge you and also recognize your presence. Thank you so much, Kenneth. We really, really appreciate you. It's called the power of technology. Karibu sana, Daktari. Karibu, Daktari. I can see you there. Asante sana. So we'd like to also invite our next speaker, who is an academician, very passionate about education. We say education is the greatest weapon you can use to change the world. Education is what can make the son of a vegetable vendor becomes an engineer. Education is what can make the daughter of a macar vendor becomes a pilot. So VC, we celebrate you. So let's put together as we welcome Professor Deogratias Jakanyi, the Vice Chancellor, Mount Kenya University. And before you come in, sir, during GPLC, the Global Peace Leadership Conference that we had in June, the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we really celebrate you. You were able to mobilize young people to plant trees at Konza Technopolis, and you also able to give financial support towards the conference. So on behalf of the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we say thank you. Karibu, Professor.
Asante sana, asante sana. I'm happy to join this occasion. First of all, let me say, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to indicate that I will simply appreciate the protocols that have already been set and not go through the acknowledgement of everybody. But let me say that, first of all, allow me to express my appreciation for the invitation to participate in this online President's Fellowship and Chandaria Award Orientation Ceremony. As a university, we appreciate the work being done by the Global Peace Foundation in collaboration with the SMARCH Foundation in youth capacity development on soft skills, mostly in leadership and other areas of youth empowerment that are vital for the youth development in today's world. We have seen the kind of the three people who have just spoken, Ambassador Phil Wanja with her Afya Akili. The issue of mental health is not something that we take just for granted. It is something that is real and really does need to be addressed. We have seen what Jacqueline is doing with a pack a month, a project that really empowers women to be able to make sure that they are actually competing, effectively with the men for going to school. And of course, we saw Salwa Mohammed with Helping Hand and the kind of activity that she's doing. All of this cannot happen if they had not really participated in this particular program. So, and also allow me to congratulate the nominees who are being inducted today. You have been given an opportunity that is very rare. There are many people who would have loved to be in your position. And since you've been given that opportunity, please make sure that you make maximum use of it. As you're being told about leadership, it's not about me. It is about the service to the community. And therefore, as you're being given this opportunity, make maximum use of it. You've been asked to help. If you have got questions to ask, you already got people ahead of you, the role models that can be able to help you to achieve and to be able to be successful. So take full advantage. This is a moment that comes once in a lifetime. If you miss it, or if you really misuse it, that will be a gone opportunity for life. Let me say something about Mount Kenya University and how some of these activities really resonate with what we do. Allow me to indicate that the business that brings us together in this event is very instrumental to us as a country. This is because leadership skills are a key enabler in social economic development for achieving the Kenyan Vision 2030. In this regard, I'm also happy to indicate that the combined activity of the Global Peace Foundation, SMART Foundation, together with all the other organizations represented here today, which have been indicated by these young girls, resonate very well with Mount Kenya University's role as a United Nations Academic Impact Sustainable Development Goal number 9 chair on industry, innovation, and infrastructure. This is a competitively awarded position to MKU by the United Nations Academic Impact UNI that shall run between 2025 and 2027. I therefore take this opportunity to invite the Global Peace Foundation, SMART Foundation, all other organizations represented in this forum to join hands and synergize as we work together toward the achievement of the vision, the Kenyan Vision 2030, as well as sustainable goals for 2023 to 2030. I also take this opportunity to say that for those who have been nominated, please reach out. We are here to help you. We are here to partner with you. We are here to make sure that you succeed. Because if you succeed, we succeed, Kenya succeeds. With those few words, I'll say thank you very much for the invitation and all the best to the nominees. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor. Thank you very much, Professor. Let's open our mics and celebrate Professor. This is where we open our mics and celebrate Professor. Tupigie makofi moja, mbili, tatu, nne. Thank you so much, Professor. We really appreciate and acknowledge. I know you always have a very busy schedule, and you are humble enough to create time to inspire the next generation of leaders. So in the President Fellowship Program, we said President Barack Obama came all the way to mentor our young people here. Does it mean that we don't have leaders who can mentor our own people? So that was the inspiration of the President Fellowship Program, that we are able to identify leaders like you who are able to create time to, and then we bring these young people to listen and also drink from your fountain of knowledge, and you don't know what happens with the word that you inspire them. I remember one day in a graduation ceremony, I was with PLO Lumumba, and he told me, you are going to be great man in the land. That thing stuck in my head up to now. Every time when I'm free time, I just listen to him because of the power of the words that we share to our young people. So we are looking upon VC to visiting you with these fellows and just creating time for them, 30 minutes, 1 hour, just talking to these young people, because we want to create a crop of leaders who are passionate, moral and innovative leaders who are able to live for the greater good. So in the next phase, I would like to call upon another professor. So here is like we are in game constituency. You see in CIA in game, they say don't throw stones, you might just hit a professor. So we are spoiled for choice here. So our next speaker, we are going to invite Professor Mwendwa Ntaragwi, the Vice Chancellor, United States International University. And before you come in, sir, we want to say thank you very much. There was an event we were invited as Global Peace Foundation Kenya with the young diplomats. It was a training on alternative dispute resolution mechanism and also the bit of mediation. It was very inspirational, and I believe Global Peace Foundation Kenya is going to provide Benjamin with an opportunity to volunteer with us. So Professor, karibu, and we welcome you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Let me correct you that my name is Mwenda Ntarangwe. Mwendwa in our culture is female, so that may
my apologies.
Corrected.
My apologies. I withdraw and apologize.
So that's why I'm insisting, so that somebody who is listening and doesn't see me knows who you're talking about. My gratitude to Nasra, who twisted me to be here, because the only thing she had to mention is that she is an alumnus of USIU Africa, and because it also has some connection to Vincent Rapando, who another alumnus, but also because of Manu Chandaria. And then I realized it's talking about leadership and young people. So cohort 5, what a privilege to be a bystander and see what you and the previous cohorts are going to do. As an older person, this gives me a lot of confidence in the future of this country. And I hope that you realize you have already become leaders before you are trained. Leaders, as you have all said, are not titles. They are not positions. They're not ranks. And you don't have to command people. Leadership is not about saying, unajua mimi ni nani. It is demonstrating by the kind of work that you do for the good of others. I was listening this morning as part of my early morning, listening to Jim Collins, who wrote the book From Good to Great, and lots of other leadership work. And he mentioned that leadership only exists if people follow when they would otherwise have the freedom not to follow. And what makes people follow is because they share the same passion as you, and they can see you are doing work that will help others succeed. As you think about what kinds of things you're going to do, always ask yourself, what is it that I'm passionate about? What cause am I willing to spend the entire time I have pursuing? And does it help others? Does it change lives? I have spoken a lot about the culture that we need to get rid of in this country. And I beseech you, young people, to do that for us. And I say it is a culture which I call listening to We FM. And We FM is a short for what is in it for me. Whenever you see someone pursuing something and they really are not benefiting, then you know true leadership is starting to build up. And I want to say that at USIU Africa, we are privileged to have young people who exhibit those kinds of characteristics. And as you may know, and if you don't, let me let you know that USIU Africa as an institution was the first one to require community service as something you have to do as a student before you graduate from the institution. Of course, that allows you to step outside of your own context and serve others. And by serving others, you learn the skills that I've heard these young women talk about, which are very, very critical. Skills of listening and removing the gaze from yourself to look at others. Skills of accepting correction by someone else, maybe someone who you may not respect academically, but someone who has experience and community knowledge where you're serving. As you go out there, there are certain things I have learned through my own discipline of anthropology, and I want to give you those 3 things that you do as you serve people. Number 1 is to look at the entire context. Don't just look at one thing. Ask yourself, what other things are behind what I am seeing? Number 2, don't believe the first things you are told by people. People are always gauging to know, what do you want to hear? Triangulate by looking at what else has been said, done by who, when, and where. And number 3, do something so that the people you are doing it for, once you leave, they will say, we have done it for ourselves. Remove yourself completely and let them take the glory. Thank you and congratulations, Cohort 5. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to just have a glimpse of what kind of leadership we have coming up in this wonderful nation of ours. Asanteni sana. Thank you, Vincent. Back to you.
Wow, thank you so much, Professor. Thank you so much, Professor, from those inspiring message that you've shared with the young people. And we are looking forward to working close with USIU Africa in mentoring these young people to be able to realize their full potential. And we believe in Africa, we are not short of those leaders who are able to mentor our young people. And we'll be knocking upon your doors to also share with these young people. So in your speech, you've mentioned about leadership is not about position, it's not about rank, it's not about commanding people. Leadership is about creating followers to rally them behind a vision for a common good. It's not about self, it's about living for the greater good. You've talked about we don't have to be average, mediocre, but we need to aspire to be great. Because if we are able to be guided by great people, then we can be as well as great like them. So you've talked about we need to stop the we FM, what is in there for me, and also put the community first. That is living for the greater good. And I love the aspect you talk about the community service, because in this particular program, we'll be having the training, and then most of the training will be happening in the community where the President Fellows will be identifying community problems and coming together to solve those particular problems. You've also reminded me what one of my professors at the University of Nairobi used to say, that great leaders makes good listeners. So a good listener makes a good speaker, and a good speaker makes a good listener. So you talk about the aspect of listening and the aspect of correcting, accepting correction, especially from people who are of authority, who have been there, who have experience, having the humility to learn from them. So, Professor, we thank you so much, and we really, really celebrate you. So we are looking forward towards inviting you for the graduation in November, and also looking forward to engaging with you to have this particular cohort 5 visit you, and also you give them words of wisdom, and you also inspire them to achieve their full potential. So thank you so much, Professor, and we really, really celebrate you. Asante sana. Tumpigie makofi so we can react. You can click the reaction button. You can also open your mics. So tumpigie makofi. Moja, mbili, tatu, ine. Fungua, funga. So thank you so much, Prof. We are looking forward towards engaging you in mentoring this year cohort 5, and also engaging you during the graduation, which will be physical. We'll be able to communicate more details. So thank you so much. To our next speaker, I would like to recognize the presence of Dr. Caroline Ayuya, the Director Research, Commercialization, Entrepreneurship at the Daystar University. So, Daktari, you know, we celebrate you. Global Peace Foundation, we say thank you because you are able to give us the first venue to doing the physical graduation, courtesy of also Professor Laban Nairo. So we celebrate you. You're one of our own. And I don't know what time it is in the US, but you told me it doesn't matter what the time is, Vincent. I will create time to inspire this next generation of leaders. So thank you so much, and karibu, Daktari.
Thank you so much, the Global Peace Foundation. Thank you so much, Vincent, for this particular moment. And of course, again, my very best seniors who have already talked all the way from Professor, our Vice Chancellor, Mount Kenya, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ntarangi, USIU, you know, this is our leaders. And of course, we have had the Director, Juma, and then of course the young ambassadors, literally inspiring us with what you're doing out of what you've been able to do. We are really, really grateful, because for us, you know, you inspire us, and hearing from profs and the ones who have met, and most of you who have gone through this university, literally we really are very appreciative. So the young, you know, Wanja, Jackie and Salwa. Those are very inspiring stories. And I'm so happy to have been invited here. I remember yes, that's exactly what I said. I just said I will be available whatever time. But I want to inspire you that to tell you that what the speakers have said, Daniel and our dearest great vice chancellors in this university literally inspires us more and reminds me of the book we've read from from Dr. Chandaria, Success to Significance. Hopefully that you'll get time and read that book, the whole of it. You'll be inspired. You will work extremely harder. You will do everything possible to become great. So obviously it's my honor to be able to inspire you today, talk to you again, and just also ride on my seniors. When the vice chancellors have spoken, you as a faculty, you're not so sure what to say because they give the best insights and encourage all of us. And I have learned from their humility, both of them. Prof. Ntarangwi, you inspire me so much, Vice Chancellor Mount Kenya. So we really, really are inspired by you. So I really want to reflect upon the success to significance by Dr. Manu Chandaria during this presidential and Dr. Chandaria. The book is called, I think, Success to Significance. Yes, I've read that. Yeah, and learning the life lessons that I've learned from this man, Dr. Chandaria, to become a global industrialist, a philanthropist, someone who was driven by a firm belief in ethical leadership, in integrity, and the power of giving back, we look at his book and I say, wow. I wrote this because when I read, I saw his journey that is teaching us true leadership. It's not about the wealth we accumulate. It is what Wanja you are talking about. It is what Jackie you're talking about. It is what Salwa you're talking about. It is transforming and giving a long-lasting impact that we create. And for me, I just want to say that there is, for the new cohort, we were so privileged last year not even last year, the previous year, being with the cohorts in various ways and having us host you last year for the graduation. And we saw what Global Peace Foundation is doing in this country. It is an organization that is being driven by innovation, by passion, by peace, and creating unity among communities and beyond. I'm really inspired by some dispatches by my own Vice Chancellor, Professor Laban Nairo. In his book, The Art of Institutional Leadership, Prof talks about three things that would probably something that could die. You must embrace what he says, you must always give your best. And in his book, he says that you, in life, give your best, offer the best. And when you offer best, you find fulfillment. He said that true fulfillment is not coming from possessions. Exactly what Dr. Manu Chandaria says is actually not coming from possessions, relationships, or experience alone. He says that fulfillment comes from what you do. Put the real substance and meaning to what you do. When you put everything in what you do, then you get. It's not just about passion. It's not just about relationship. It's putting in real substance to the meaning of what you're doing. He says that the success you desire in life does not depend on the image you are able to project. It is as a result of being authentic and being desired to be able to give the best. In another quote, he says, what you are, who are you inside? If you see beauty, if you see someone is beautiful, if you see the world is beautiful, the environment is beautiful, you become beautiful. You as a person, you become beautiful. Then you can appreciate the value of achievement. Then you become successful. So if you see a dirty environment or people are suffering and you didn't see anything that, there's not. But when you see beauty, then you are beautiful inside. You can't be saying you are beautiful when you don't see beauty in what people are doing. So he said that we must build our treasure within ourselves that flows to every corner. And finally, he talks about embracing the responsibility. And he says that it is easy to be resentful about your responsibility and commitments and see them as burdens. Oh, now I'm supposed to fight the mental health. Oh, I'm doing this a burden. It becomes. But it's much better to enthusiastically embrace the positive opportunities they offer. Don't see them as a burden, but look at what is it they offer that you can bring. then this is, you create that value and you put yourself in a significant advantage. So just drawing from these leaders, I would just say that to encourage the cohorts that have already gone, the 4 cohorts, and we have our students from Days who have gone through these cohorts, and I want you to carry forward this spirit of excellence, the spirit of humility and global citizenship. Remember, you are not just leaders tomorrow, that you are catalysts of peace in the world. If the environment is dirty, there is no peace. If people have mental illnesses and nothing is happening, and Prof. Ntarangwa just said, drawing to what is happening currently in our country, then you are not a global citizen. So you must you must be a catalyst for peace in everything, in the environment, in your family, in the country. You should be the one that you are supposed to be able to be a catalyst. The world is complex. Of course, uncertainties, even as a country, do face, but within you, there must lie an immense opportunity for you to be able to change what is posed to make. So as we move forward, and as I bring to conclusion, draw strength, get inspired and wisdom from the speakers that have spoken and others that are your mentors. Draw strength from them. Let your actions resonate beyond them. If you're looking up to Dr. Wangari Maathai, draw your strength there. If you're looking up to Dr. Manu Chandaria, draw your strength there. Every day say, I want to do what he was doing. If you are looking at Professor Ntarangwi, draw your strength. If it's Professor Ayiro, draw your strength. So draw your strength. If it is God, if it's Jesus, draw your strength. If it's Muhammad, draw your strength. So you always draw your strength from something that keeps you moving and doing and doing and doing. So I want to congratulate those who are joining us, the 5th cohort, and we want to share your stories too. We want to hear what you've been able to do and also celebrate with you. We want to see what you're going to do extraordinary beyond what others have done. And we will see achievements of Akina Jackie and others and Akina Ambassador Phyllis coming your way. Like Dr. Manu Chandaria, let us leave a legacy. Is it 96 or 95? Look at what he has been able to do. Let's look at what our prof. Do you know that the Commission for University, one of the best moments is when you had Professor Ntarangi as a CEO of the Commission for University Education. And I say this because we had many programs being done. This is leadership because you want to give the best. So leave a legacy that is impactful, that is peaceful, and that is purposeful. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you and what you're going to do, and we'll celebrate together when you graduate in November. Thank you.
Wow. So thank you very much. Let's put our hands together to appreciate Professor Dr. Caroline Ayuya from Daystar University. Tumpigie makofi. In summary, we talk about respect, responsibility, the need to leave legacy, and also to be a catalyst for change. So thank you so much, and we really, really celebrate you. Tumpigie makofi tena. Moja, mbili, tatu, ine, funga. So the next speaker, I'm going to invite Mr. Oliver Waindi, the CEO of Uraia. Bwana Oliver, take the floor. Asante sana.
Hello, I'm connecting. Just a minute. I'm connecting well. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you very well, sir. So as we are waiting for Bwana Oliver, so we want to appreciate the speakers who have been there. Bwana Oliver, once you are ready, you can just let me know. So we are looking forward to... Thank you, Bwana Oliver. Karibu sana. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Vince. I'm very happy actually to be part and parcel of this very important occasion. One, I take a lot of my time working with young people around this country in a number of capacities. The first capacity I always tell people is that I'm one of the few people in my generation who have represented this country in Olympics. And the reason I say that, because I was the national team captain for boxing for many years, is that we fought for this country. And the reason we fight it is because we love our country. And so when we see our country not having the right trajectory, it bothers us first because we love this country so much. And so when I hear of any opportunity where young people are given opportunity to grow, I come there, not in my capacity as the director of Uraia Trust, but as a Kenyan who is 52 years old and who has seen something that can benefit my country by implanting that seed in our young people. It makes me so happy. So when I hear Professor coming and sharing this, I feel extremely happy. I've had a lot of opportunities to meet the professors that have presented before me, and also Patron Manu Chandaria himself. I've taken tea in his office and in his house, and saw the humility and the impact of what he has been able to do in his life in my country. And I get so enthralled when I start talking about this. But mine is just to encourage young people, first and foremost, that there is no sense of entitlement. So whereas you've got your entire future ahead of you, whereas the future is so bright because we cannot get worse than we are now as a humanity and as a country, the future is so bright. There is so much opportunities that's going to come up for the young people. And we have to equip our young people, not only with the hard skill to be useful in the market, but more importantly, the soft skill to survive amongst the interconnectedness in our world that the world needs today. I always go around campuses and I go around colleges and high schools, just trying to talk to young people to encourage them that things are going to be so good in this country. And it will be so bad when our young people are not equipped either with the hard skills or the soft skills. And therefore, when I see an opportunity like this, where young people come and are given opportunity, not only to learn leadership, but to practice being human, I think my country and this generation in particular, it's not a question anymore of about the constitution, about the rules and regulations that we are lacking. Everybody knows what ought to be done. The biggest challenge that we have is the inability of people to translate the knowledge about constitution and laws into a simple way of living with one another. And that's why nothing impresses me like people discussing Utu. In Uraia, our most important strategic priority is talking about Utu. So we want to permeate everywhere when people just talk about Utu. No more titles, no more. I was really happy to hear Charlene talk, and I've met her several times as well, and just love that humility. I love the opportunity she's using her presence and her personality to be able to add value to one more young person. That humility, the ability to help one another, the ability to offer the young people opportunity to be better than we were. And this, on Saturday, I was talking to students at Strathmore, and I was telling them that we were the university like them. My undergraduate was at Kenyatta University, and during that time, Kenya was so good. I mean, we all hear about, Kenya was a bad place. But for me, I know I was in a situation when, I was being paid to be in the university. I ate like a 5-star meal every day. But more importantly, human beings were human beings, and we want to get to that level again. We cannot let see the level of femicides going on, the level of homicides going on, the level of suicides going on like this. It is high time we give our young people hope. But the problem we have as a country is that the older people try to sell hope without giving people infrastructure to actually access that hope. So what do we see? We see older people in their 70s and their 80s still applying for jobs. And we've got young people in their 20s and 30s who don't have opportunities at all. So we've got a big disconnect between what we actually want our young people to do and what we actually facilitate them to do. So I don't know how we can work out in this sector with my friends, with my peers, with my fellow directors, so that not only do we tell young people about the good Kenya that is there tomorrow, but actually equip them with practical and impactful infrastructure to be able to access it. Because it is really unfair for my country, for example. I've been following, for example, the the advert and the subsequent recruitment of the commissions and PSS and ministers. And you can clearly see that the very nature of the way that recruitment is structured, it is entirely meant to eliminate the young people. And when I talk about the young people, I just don't talk about age. But clearly you can tell that you can never be a minister. Okay, we'll get one or two, like the minister for water being brought, to represent the demography I'm talking about. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying there is need for us who are older to be able to just let go of our positions and let these young people come in. That is the only way, that's the most practical way that they need. Because our educational system is not like the Indian system or the Chinese system where they are taught from standard 1 how to be businessmen. Our opportunities for the young people is to work and gain and have gainful income opportunities, which we're not giving them. So we go around the country talking about our young people. And when you see the disillusionment around the young people, when you see the hopelessness among the young people, you then understand that we are in a tenterhook place. We are almost on a cliff as a country. And there is need for us to bring us back from that cliff. Otherwise, we'll tumble over. And when we do, we are not better off than Sudan. We are not better off than Syria. We are not better off than Libya. We are not better off than Ecuador. We are not better off than El Salvador. We will go there if we don't bring the young people, give them hope and give them opportunities. So when I was invited by DJ to come and talk about this, I said I will, despite all other heavy commitments that I had. If I have an opportunity to talk to young people and tell them, we were your age once, but when we decided to be better, we were. It is one thing also to be young, and it's another thing to abuse being young. Because if you don't have the right soft skills, you'll get into drugs, you'll get into prostitution, you'll get into crime, you'll get into bad habits, but that will compromise your being young. And therefore, you not even have the opportunity to be 52 like we are, or even older like Manu Chandaria is. So my desire and my hope is that can young people just take care of themselves, but realize that this country and this generation globally is not giving people anything on a silver platter. You must work for it, you must be equipped for it, and you must be ready to take up the challenge when given the opportunity. And when you're given that opportunity, may you be able to exhibit excellence, like the Dr. said. May you be able to exhibit exemplary performance, but more importantly, exemplary personality, that we will not have to be chasing you at midnight when you're a governor to find 13 million in your closet. We know you are going to do the right thing for this country and for this generation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bwana Oliver. Thank you so much, Bwana Oliver. We really celebrate and also appreciate you for creating time. Let's celebrate Bwana Oliver. Tumpigie makofi. You can open the reactions there. Let's celebrate him as one of our own able leader, helping us into expanding the civic space. You've talked about the spirit of excellence. You've talked about having approachable personality and the bit of Utu. Be living for the sake of others. I am because you are. So Bwana Oliver, we celebrate you, and we are looking forward to engaging with you in mentoring these young fellows and also participating in the graduation in November. So to our next speaker, let's put our hands together to welcome Ms. Winnie Rachel, the Country Director, UNICEF Kenya. Karibu, Winnie.
Oh, thank you so much, Vincent. My apologies today. I won't have my video on because I was on transit. Good evening. I am quite sure that we have all the brilliant minds, future trailblazers, the dreamers, the doers, the disruptors, and all the people who are going to do exploits and extraordinary things out of this. So my name is Winnie Rachel. I serve as the country manager for UNICEF in Kenya, a role that sits at the intersection of strategy, innovation, impact, and access to education. So within that jurisdiction, I lead with the conviction that education is not just a tool, but it's a force that shifts the mindsets And so we look at transforming individuals, communities, and building nations. Hence, the reason why it's been a very passionate journey for us to partner with the Global Peace and the Manu Chandaria Foundation, just to see this vision come to fruition. And also, as the country manager, I don't just manage the operations, I design the experiences of what our audiences would feel by applying the design thinking to just reimagine how professionals access learning, and by ensuring that our solutions are not only innovative, but most of the time deeply human-centered. And so by this leading agile teams and shaping strategic partnership, we ensure that we drive national outreach campaigns and try to unlock education pathways that is not only inclusive, but flexible and scalable. And at UNICAF, we pride ourselves by the fact that we are one of the international organization that so far has been able to offer over 90 million USD worth of scholarship, and so far have a student base of 80,000. Those are lives that we have impacted. And so in another space, I serve as the founder of the Bow Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improve lives in, underdeserved communities. We do this by providing water access for education at the end of the day, and supporting education and girls in the rural areas. And also we look at empowering families through sustainable development and Christian values. And that's what makes my passion towards education. So it's an absolute honor to be here today and just to join this wonderful fraternity. And as we welcome this powerful team, that is purpose driven, and looking at the previous graduations that we have been able to attend, I've looked at it from a very different perspective, the impact that it has caused. And so this particular new cohort into the President's Fellowship for the Chandaria Awards, we are looking forward to see the youth, do a lot of exploits. So first and foremost, just allow me to congratulate you for this particular time, this moment right here. I believe isn't just a new beginning. It's a bold affirmation that you are seen, you are recognized, you're chosen, and you have been identified as someone who is ready to lead. The alumni of this particular program is a testament of how far people can go. And allow me to just ask a few questions, not to test your knowledge, but just to awaken your spirit. What if the idea you've been holding on to, the one that seems too big, probably you look at it as too bold, or maybe too impossible, was actually the key to transforming your community? And what is it that makes you not to sleep at night? Is it a child who is sleeping hungry? Is it a child who cannot, a girl or boy who cannot go to school? Is it a community that cannot access clean water? What if this very moment in this particular forum or this fellowship was not just a stepping stone for you, but the launch pad to the future of what you've prayed for? And probably look at it from the point, and what if the leader you are waiting for is you? Because most of the time we look at it from, I want to be Obama of Kenya, I want to be so and so. But probably that is just you. You have not just identified your potential. So I'd like to just tell you to pause, breathe in, because this is the space for you. And I want to applaud, GPF and Manu Chandaria Foundation for this incredible, opportunity that they have given the youths to take this, this program. So today you join a fellowship that I believe is more than a program. It's more than a calling, because it's sacred. It's a sacred invitation to, be given an opportunity to lead with courage, to serve with integrity, because for you to get even in the spaces of leadership, you have to learn how to be, integral in the things that you do. And just to ignite a spark where there was maybe one silence. So we actually look at it from a point of view that after this particular program and when you graduate, you will have actually impacted a lot of lives. So I speak before you as a somebody who once sat where you are, and getting into the leadership position has not been easy, but it has taken a lot of curiosity, a lot of hopefulness, and maybe a little, sometimes you get a little scared because yes, it's not an easy journey, but as long as you have the will and willingness, it changes everything. So today, as I conclude, I just want to say that at UNICAF, we are not just rooting for you. We promise to work with you this financial year. We are proud to, work with GPF and Manu Chandaria to support your programs, your ideas, and your impact through education and sponsorship and through trainings that are going to, change the whole scenario. And because leadership without direction can feel like a storm, we also will be here on the standby to offer you career coaching and advisory support to help shape, the leader you are dreaming or you want to become. So you won't walk alone at the end of the day, not now, not never. So to our remarkable partners, the Global Peace Foundation, Manu Chandaria, and all the speakers who have spoken before me, I am really grateful just listening through, and thank you for building this platform. Thank you for seeing, in these young leaders, just like Prof mentioned, Professor Mwenda, that, young leaders the people that you're looking at. And so young leaders, what the world sometimes overlooks. Sometimes we think that, they're too young to understand. So potential sometimes can be overlooked, but I believe potential of the young people cannot be boxed. So purpose that cannot be bought and a passion that cannot be extinguished. We saw that with the Gen Zs and we still see that a lot. So to you, the new cohort, I'll end with one final question to you. What is the legacy that probably you want to leave behind when your time in this program is done? So I want to urge you that you take the bold step. Let it be beautiful. Let it be unforgettable as you rise. And may you always remember that you are not just the future, you are the answer to the questions this world is still too afraid to ask. So just lean in, soak it all in, ask the big questions, challenge all ideas, collaborate with courage. And this is your moment. You're not just here by chance, you are here by, divine design. So from the entire team at UNICAF and from all of us, we are cheering at you, we believe in you, and we can't wait to see the extraordinary change you'll ignite both in your committee and far beyond. Congratulations, and thank you, Global Peace and Manu Chandaria Foundation.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Winnie. We really celebrate you. And we want to say thank you for always being part of us in this journey. In the last graduation, you are very instrumental partner in ensuring that we had a physical graduation. And on behalf of the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we say thank you. And we take cognizance of your words of wisdom of living to create a legacy. So thank you very much. Tumpigie makofi, tumpigieni makofi. And finally, I would like to invite Professor Wandari from Mount Kenya University. We'll give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes to talk about the SDG. This was a special request. So the floor is yours, Professor Wandari, so that you can be able to talk about the SDGs. So Professor Wandari is the Principal Corporate Services and Marketing, Communication and Alumni Relationship at Mount Kenya University. The floor is yours, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope I'm audible. I had requested for this, and I was very happy that the Vice Chancellor, having mentioned it, has covered it very well. But nevertheless, allow me to thank the members who have spoken because they have given words of encouragement to our young persons who are doing very well. And I congratulate the combined efforts of the teams that are working on the projects that we have had and many others that are coming in the future. And to this end, I wish to join the Vice Chancellor in his earlier comments that as MKU, we are the United Nations Academic Impact SDG 9 Hub Chair on industry, innovation, and in infrastructure. This is a competitively obtained opportunity, and therefore we are, just like the Vice Chancellor said, we'll be ready to work with the teams that are here and others to come in the future in the area of innovation and entrepreneurship. I acknowledge that I have worked in the past with several of the persons that have been here, and especially even the speakers, and even especially the persons who are working directly under the Chandaria Foundation and also the Global Peace Foundation. And I'm happy to be given this opportunity to re-echo what the Vice Chancellor said, that we are ready for you. I work under the partnerships docket, and I'm very happy to work with the Vice Chancellor to have new partnerships in this new area that we are experiencing today. Thank you very much. Allow me to stop there because I can see we need time for interaction. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much, Professor. Thank you very much, Professor, for your words of wisdom. We really appreciate, and once again, I want to really thank you for the support you've given us in the previous engagement. So let's appreciate Professor Wandari. Let's appreciate Professor Wandari. I would like to see that in the chat. Let's appreciate Prof. And we are looking forward to future engagement with you. And finally, one of our last speaker was not able to, is present here, but the voice is having a flu, so he's lost his voice. So I'll request Mike, if you could kindly project that in 2 minutes so that we are able to share with them the opportunity that we are going to give to the young people to participate in transforming the globe, if not the globe. So there are several partners: the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, the African Union, and also the Sunrise Virtual School are organizing this platform. So this will be an avenue for the young President Fellows also to get global experience on what happens at the global platform in transforming education. So on the 21st to the 23rd of August, we are having this global conference, which will be physical, held here in Kenya, and it will be geared towards addressing the 4 crises in education, that is equity crisis, learning crisis, and relevance crisis, and affordability crisis. So you can move to the next slide. So in this particular conference, we are looking upon partners who are keen on education, especially transforming education in the global south, to come together in this particular workshop to co-create in organizing this global event. So we have a number of tracks. We'll be having 6 tracks of conversation. One track will be, you can go to the next slide. One track will be addressing the bit of equality. We'll also be addressing, you can move to the next slide. The other one will be addressing access to education access. We'll be looking at the impact of technology and AI in transforming education. We'll also be looking at education as a tool for peace building and the bit of character and ethics. So you find the traditional model of education in focusing more on academic qualification. They're looking at performance and also looking at skills, very limited on relationship and also very limited on character. So in this particular workshop, we'll be looking at what is the position on character, forming the foundation of transforming education, building relationship and collaboration, and also looking at the skills and knowledge acquisition. So we'll be able to have also award for the continental level and also the country level. So various partners will be awarded on various categories, looking at the 6 pillars. So we are calling also upon various universities and institutions of higher learning to participate in this. So this is what one of our speakers wanted to highlight as an avenue, as a platform for allowing our President Fellows to get the global experience, and also in the space of education, what do we need to do in transforming education. So now allow me to move to the next level to invite one of our own, that is Nasra, who is very keen, the program manager for the youth development program, to take us through the next phase of the training schedule and also all the way to the vote of thanks. So I've been your MC. My name is Vincent, working for the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, in charge of partnership. Asante sana, and let's welcome Nasra. Nasra, karibu.
Good evening. My name is Nasri Hassan. I'm the program assistant, the youth program at Global Peace Foundation, Kenya. Our program has officially started today and on 17th April of 2024. So the main topics that we'll be taking the fellows through will be on climate action, peace building, leadership and integrity, mediation and conflict resolution, business incubation and acceleration, moral and innovative leadership, religion-free cooperation, and finally, community health and well-being. And thank you all for taking part in this orientation. And the graduation will officially happen on 5th December, and we'll ensure that we invite you all. And thank you so much to Vice Chancellor USIU, the Vice Chancellor Mount Kenya University, Winnie Rachel, Dr. Ayuyo, and Oliver Wandani, and Vincent Rapando, and also Charlene Ruto, our chief guest. Thank you so much. I know it was last minute that I sent in the letters, but you're able to come on board and take part in our orientation. Thank you so much. We can pray. Okay, with that, and let me invite Lynn to pray for us, and then we can close it. We can close this. Oh, in case anyone has a question to ask, you can ask before we have the closing prayer.
I can see Pwanderi. You've raised up your hand. You can.
Yes, I have, and thank you for giving me this opportunity once again. Mine is just go back to what the Vice Chancellor Mount Kenya University indicated, that we are all trying hard to make Kenya Vision 2030 a reality. But at the same time, he also added that we have the obligation to make the Sustainable Development Goals a reality, or the global goals. So I'm asking, are we trying to, in which ways, as organizations that are here, are we trying to orient or to incline our activities to both the Kenya Vision 2030 and also to Sustainable Development Goals? I say this because I feel that with that kind of a target in mind, then we shall be helping the country towards achieving the Kenya Vision 2030, but also Kenya Vision 2030, but also the global goals. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Before I also call upon Simon to ask the question. So the Global Peace Foundation Kenya, we are very at the center of addressing the Sustainable Development Goals. So we work closely in a consortium, namely the SDG Kenya Forum and also FEMNET, where we normally come together to do the voluntary national review report on the realization of the SDGs. So Prof, I believe I'll be able to engage with you. I'll put my number in the chat so that we can be able to engage with you and work together, especially on developing the periodic national review papers, voluntary national review reports on sustainable development goals. So, you know, the government always come up with the reports, and also the civil society organization come up with a shadow report. And I can confirm to you that the Global Peace Foundation Kenya have been very instrumental in being part and parcel in participating in this forum, and our voices have been heard in the spaces that we engage in on issues to do environment, peace building, and education. So education being SDG number 4, we are very strong in that, and also SDG 15, 13, on environment, life on land, life in water. We work closely with the SDG Kenya Forum and Dr. Manu Chandaria through the Chandaria Foundation in realization of SDGs. So I'll put my number in the chat so we can be able to have a conversation after this on how we can work together. So Simon, you can also ask your question.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity, although mine is not a question but a comment. And I just want to personally thank the Global Peace Foundation Kenya to having given us the opportunity, or given me the opportunity to be able to learn and network with other cohort members in this opportunity. I'm also glad to having been chosen in the 2025 cohort. And just a brief introduction, I'm Simon Macharia from Kajiado County, where I'm the CEO and the co-founder of the Lakeside Youth Association, where I was we do economic empowerment, mostly in the economic cooperations and also empowerment. So I believe having had this wonderful introduction and also hearing leaders and other people in the community doing great things, I believe this will forge a very good path for us all to be able to make Kenya a better country and make also the world a better place. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you so much, Simon. We are proud of what you're doing, and we look forward to engaging with you. And also, congratulations for joining Cohort 5 of the President Fellowship Program and the Chandaria Award. So any other, maybe one more question?
Okay, Ayako, let me just add a little bit to reinforce what Professor has mentioned. I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Proceed.
Okay, I think it's very instrumental that moving forward, we would really want to be very intentional, the way he has put it, about the blueprint, the Kenya Vision 2030 blueprint, in such a way that we need to plug it into our mitigation strategy and even the rest of the partners that we are working with, so that by the end of the day, the vision can actually materialize and bear fruit. Otherwise, it becomes a story, just a story, because what I know, it has 3 pillars, the social, economic, and political pillars. But many a times, not so many people actually are very keen on that. It's just sort of like a material, something written on the papers, but not practically being followed even to the letter. So it means maybe at a point we can actually partner with the. I think there should be an office from the time Kibaki instigated this. There was a very specific department dealing with, or rather, whether it's an agency or a parastatal that is very focused on the Vision 2030. So my thinking would be, I think we make intentional efforts, and even urging the fellows that even in our write-ups, let it appear as much as possible on how what we are doing actually connect to the social, economic, and the political agenda of the Kenyan blueprint. At the same time, on the SDGs, so that every program or whatever we are doing actually addresses. We have to keep on mentioning and make it like a song, so that by the end of the day we are able to all unite and achieve that goal. Otherwise, it just becomes some paperwork all the way. So anyway, just an encouragement based on his point that let us be very intentional in actually mentioning the blueprint, Vision 2030, and then at the same time SDG, so that it's a song that rings all the way. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Japhet. I concur with you. And Prof will be reaching out. As GPF, I know we are very in line in addressing the national blueprints, looking at the SDGs, where Africa also came up with Africa Agenda 2063, and then Kenya domesticated both the SDGs and the Africa Agenda 2063 to the Sustainable Development to Kenya Vision 2030, which look at those three pillars. So we are going to work together, and I know I've already posted my number there. So let's engage. I know we are going to have a follow-up discussion to pick up on this. So the last question, I'll give it to June, and then we'll be able now to hand it over to Nasra. Yes, June?
Yes, good morning here from Amazon. My name is June. I'm from Baringo County, a member of Indigenous Peoples here in Baringo County. I'm also the founder of Indigenous Peoples for Peace and Climate Justice. Mine is just a comment. I would like to thank this foundation for bringing the Indigenous peoples, the young Indigenous peoples in the house that can speak about the peace issues. I see this foundation will make my dreams valid and to achieve my goal. I'm passionate about I'm from conflict-prone areas, and I'll see how these make me to amplify the voices of those people who are cattle rustling in Baringo County. Thank you so much, and looking forward to interact, to come on board and share the experiences and perspectives on what we are going through and what we are planning to do even in future. Thank you so much. Greetings I'm in Brazil, but I'm coming back to home very soon. I miss home. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, June. Asante sana kwa kutuwakilisha vizuri sana huko. Thank you. We are looking forward to engagement. Kenneth, you're the last one, and then I hand it over to Lynn to close with a word of prayer.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Kenneth Richia. I am a recent graduate of analytical chemistry with management from University of Eastern Africa, Baraton. My interest lies in promotion of sustainable agriculture practices. I am the end of farm-to-farm solutions in my community. So my question are just two. I'm asking, are there any event or workshop planned for networking and skills development within this program? And the second question is, what are the processes or procedure for addressing any issue related to the fellowship? Thank you very much.
So thank you. We have, thank you, Kenneth. I believe also Nasser was able to highlight that. So we'll be taken through close to 11 modules. In this particular training, it's a 1-year training that will cover a number of modules. And these modules range from climate action, a bit of county planning and budgeting process, mediation. You'll also be able to cover issues to do with entrepreneurship. You'll cover also PVE, prevention of youth radicalization and violent extremism, moral and innovative leadership training. You'll be able to cover issues to do with prevention of mental health and addressing suicidal thoughts. You'll talk about social audit and accountability, and a number of leadership and development. So there are a number of topics that you'll be able to cover. So once we start rolling out this program from next week, you'll be able to be taken through step by step, and also the training schedule and the learning output, outcomes, and objective in that particular session. So we are going to start next week, and we have a range of topics that we'll cover. And then also to address any concerns or issues in the training, you'll be able to be engaging with Nasra Mohammed Hassan. Nasra Hassan will be the program assistant in this, and she will be able to assist you anytime you need any kind of assistance. So Nasra, you can also post your number in the chat so that they can be able to engage with you. So allow me to hand it over to Lynn to close with a word of prayer. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Let's believe and pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we come before you this time. We thank you for this session. We thank you for taking us through. We thank you for the knowledge and wisdom that has been given through this session. And we kindly ask you to may you please guide us and help us take in everything, comprehend everything, and be with us as we are finishing the week, as we're going for Easter. Be with us, protect us. In Jesus' name I believe and pray. Amen.
Amen. Lynn, thank you.
Amen. Mukwe na
Bye-bye.
Easter njema. Let's put God first. May God order our steps. So Nasra shared her contact there, so you can always engage with her. Prof, I've given also my number. You can reach me directly. So thank you very much, and may God bless you. Asanteni sana.
Shukran.